Welcome to the We Wake Up and Grind platform. My name's Eric. I'm the creator of this platform, this brand, and this community that I have started to build. We haven't been around for a while, and in my next podcast episode, I'll explain why and what we're doing. But for tonight, we are doing a weight training analysis. So, yesterday, I was looking on the internet and I saw Eric Janicki. I think that's how you pronounce his name. If I butchered the last name, I apologize. I'm not good with pronunciations when it comes to the names. So if I said it wrong, correct me in the comments. Tell me I'm an idiot. It's fine. I don't really care. But I've been watching a lot of his videos. He puts out a lot of amazing content. So I wanted to try. He did this. He put out a free workout, free workout plan, like his best split. If he were to have to do the same split and the same workouts every week, this is what he would do. When I was watching, there's a lot of things that I hadn't tried yet. So I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot and see what I like about it, what I don't like. So then I want to keep. Do I want to you continue to do it for a couple weeks? I'll tell you this: I did the pull day, and my lats are on fire. I can say that my lats, the movements that I did for the back day, the lat portion was phenomenal. I love it. Definitely going to keep that. But I'm going to give a forewarning. I am no fitness coach. I am no crazy knowledgeable influencer. I am a fat white dad trying to lose weight and build muscle. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to show you my stuff, but do not use my form. I'm still perfecting it. I can literally pick apart the video, which I'm going to do with y'all, of all the things I did wrong. I will drop the link to his video about that workout in the description below. Please go watch it, learn from the best, listen from the guy, the man himself. But I did want to talk about it that way. If you want to learn from me, what I figured out as I was going through it, as somebody that's not advanced, and we'll go from there. I have a lot of work to do. I'm still perfecting my form on a lot of workouts, still losing weight. As you see, I'm not, I mean, I'm building muscle, I'm losing weight, but it's a slow process. At the end of the day, this is never going to happen overnight. So, without further ado, let's get into it so y'all can stop listening to me talk because y'all don't really care about what I got to say. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. All right, so the first workout, I already messed up here. See how I turn my hand? You don't turn your hand to the top of it and you don't just like this. You also lean your body a little bit, which I fix in the next set. This is the first set. And I watched the video. I was like, oh, shit, I did this completely wrong. You actually want to keep your hand straight. And you kind of cocked out that way. You can get a full stretch and squeeze. And on the next clip, you're going to see that I corrected myself on that. Because here I was like, well, what's going on here? See how I angle myself to stretch a little bit further out, keep my hand. You want to keep your hand flat. You don't want to have any kind of move when you just want to pull it straight back, squeeze at the bottom, you get a good stretch at the top. That's the whole point of this. You put your arm there so you can have extra levers to go forward. You get a full stretch and a full squeeze. Now, I'm gonna tell you what, this lit up my lats. My lats were feeling at the end of these 3 sets, and I tell you, it was crazy. I still feel them. That's what I mainly feel from this workout. Has been what it did to my lats. It was insane. I loved it. Definitely gonna keep this in my back workout. Definitely gonna implement it every week. So appreciate you for that. So here I put a little black box because ain't nobody trying to see the fat that popped out the bottom. As you can see, I'm still losing weight, man. I'm down 70, 80 pounds, but yeah, I got a lot of work to do. But this, we're obviously still focused on them lats. Doing like a lat pull down, but you're doing a pull over. And I tell you what, the one thing I noticed in this, and I started to feel it in the different sets, is if you pull your chest up a little bit and you pull, you'll feel it way more in your lats. If you lay kind of flat and you're just kind of pulling it down, you don't feel it as much. But if you kind of pop your chest up a little bit while you're doing that, you're really focusing on driving your shoulder blades back into that bench. You get a really good squeeze on that lat when you come down. But he explains it way better in his video. So please, I'm telling you, go in the description below, watch his video. He explains it perfectly. And he has a bunch of videos on his page about it. But I love this for lats. The last one was great for lats. My lats were on fire. from these workouts. Loved every single second of it. I will say the one thing about that workout is I had turned the hat around. I hit my hat. I had a, my headphones flew off. I didn't get that part of the video for you, but yeah, the positioning of these workouts was probably the hardest thing. Is to get the position like here. I have chin on it just didn't fit. So I had to readjust, watch the video, get my chest level so I can get a good stretch in that top part. And you want to come up back and squeeze. You go back, go out. That's why we had that here. So you get a really good squeeze. 'Cause like when you do rows or you're using the seated chest support row, you only can go so far. Is that the machine only does let you do so much. But this position that bench back, you get a hell of a you get a stretch as far as you can. If you can't go, you can't go. Um, Now with this bicep workout, I do the cable bicep curls standing every week. I wanted to try out his, um, probably because my machine's so wide, I can't adjust the width of it. It put a lot of tension in my shoulder. I didn't like the way it felt in my shoulder. It was a great squeeze on the bicep, but I had constant tension on my shoulder. So as much as I love the idea of this and having it to where you can't use any kind of momentum, I went back to my standing. It just with my equipment at my gym, that works better for me. Same concept. You're still going back squeezing. You're just curling right here, come to the top and you squeeze. I could probably slow down my eccentric a little bit, get a little bit more of a longer eccentric, and do a longer squeeze at the top. So I do need to slow this down a little bit. Something I watched when I was watching back the clip. Slow it down, do it that way. And these are just standard preacher curls. I mean, I did lightweight as my warm up set. I didn't do a bunch of other extra filming of this. Everybody knows how to do preacher curls. That's a standard preacher curl. I mean, there was one workout that I just realized that I didn't do from his back pull day biceps, the pull day split. That was the T bar. Um, I just realized I didn't do that, so I did miss one workout from the clip. But overall, I felt great. I would have liked to get a little bit more bicep stimulus. That was just because I ran out of time. So I'm going to get back in there and do this full workout, front to back. Now I will say that he mentions in the video to only do two. That he only really sees a need to do two working sets. Like he doesn't see a need to have a warm up set and then two because he pushes himself so much in his two sets that a warm up or a lead up set just burns energy and glycogen. It doesn't really benefit him. I did three sets for all my workouts today because I'm still trying to learn the form. So my warm up was lightweight, and it's really trying to focus on feeling it in the muscles that I'm targeting. So I did it differently. I did three instead of two, but I did it was a phenomenal workout. Obviously, you have to drag a bench over to your station. One thing that I did do is I just did all the bench workouts combined because he kind of split them up a little bit. I just took all the bench work that I needed to do, did them all back to back. That way I could just take the bench back and then I can go from there. But other than that, it was phenomenal. My back, like I said, sore, feels great. I'm definitely gonna try it again next week. I'm definitely gonna do the same split. Tomorrow we're gonna do the push version of his free workout. See how that feels. If the gym isn't that busy like it was this morning, I'll record it and do another breakdown for y'all. But if the gym's packed, I don't really like doing a lot of filming when there's people there because I just respect their privacy while they're working out. But this was quick. I think next time I'm gonna make the video a little bit longer. Maybe find a different way to do the share so I can pause. I feel like I had to rush through that. So my apologies if you guys are like you didn't really say shit, you just rushed through everything. You didn't really get a chance to really break it down. Um, but yeah, go ahead and put this up for y'all. Tonight we are sponsored by Iron Outlaws. Not really sponsored, but I'm an affiliate. I will put the code right here. It's We Wake Up and Grind. You get 15% off if you use the code in the description. It's ironoutlaws.com. Use the code We Wake Up and Grind for 15% off. As you can see, I wear a lot of their gear. I have the gear on my hat. Been rocking with them since summer of last year. Amazing product. They just have a brand new drop that just dropped. Some of my favorite products yet. Some of my favorite merch yet. I haven't had a chance to get any yet, but I'm definitely going to. Trust the process, guide, goals, gains. They have a bunch of really cool merch. But yeah, to the next video, I'm going to do a podcast probably tomorrow. Be the first podcast in a couple months. For anybody that's looking to better themselves and learn while I learn, because like I said, I am no expert, but I'm learning as I go, and I will teach you everything that I learn. If you're a parent trying to be better for your kids, drop a like, drop a comment, say let's get better together. Hit that subscribe button. Until the next time, stay consistent, stay disciplined, keep grinding, y'all. Peace.